And we are live.
What?
What's up, guys?
Already?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey. It's so soon. Oh, is it not? Is it the opposite of soon? Are we late?
Yeah, we're a little late because of Ben needs to hire a good IT guy.
So apparently with Windows 8, there's just not an option to say, no, I don't want to restart in 15 minutes.
Don't tell anybody you have Windows 8.
Well, I have Windows 8 because Windows 10, they were like, get it. And I was like, no, why?
Yeah, don't get the free thing that was at least better than 8. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, it was a little shisty, though. They were like pushing it out really hard and being all tricksy with it. And I was like, nah, not me. Not going to trick me, you tricksy hobbits. Now look where I'm at with Windows 8.
Not too
no, one more year and you won't get support.
Oh, God. That's just horrible to hear him say. Windows 8. Oh.
Right? It's not even 8.1. It's 8.
Can you even upgrade to 8.1?
It's 8.1. It's 8.1.
Okay.
I just say 8 to keep it short.
All right. So you just call it 8 to keep it Ben. Got it.
Are you saying that my name is synonymous with short?
Oh, no. I just kind of meant your height.
Is anyone watching yet? Are we boring anyone?
Yeah. People are watching.
Hi, guys.
We have 10 people watching, actually.
Good morning, Leon.
10 people know I'm an idiot with Windows 8. All right.
All right. So what do we have on the docket today, Ben?
Docket?
Yeah.
Or DOCA?
I mean, if that's what you call it.
Well, we're going to be talking about the DOCA Codex.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. You know, the most DOCA
works.
The most DOCA race there is.
Orcs.
I thought DOCA's for orcs.
Nope.
Imperial Guard? Felipe, do you know what race he's talking about?
Let's see.
Space Marine?
It's not Guard, not Space Marine, it's not Chaos. It's supposed to be some NPC race.
They've got that really famous saying that everybody's always saying. They even got a paint that's named after it. So, Pulse for the Pulse God.
Oh, are they communists, right?
Yes.
Oh, so Russia.
Russia. They're the Russians.
Oh, Felipe, you're right. They're the NPC race. Okay. Are they actually giving them a codex this time?
Hey, sisters don't even have a codex, okay?
Yeah, they're getting a codex.
We live in a world where someone can self-identify as whatever they want, and we can't even have plastic sisters. You tell me what's wrong with this.
I know, and they're doing it sushi codex. I mean, I like fish. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I do like fish.
But, I mean, something dedicated to fish.
Fried shrimp?
Communist.
All you can eat buffet, but you're going to be eating Pulse from my 70 Fire Warriors, and I can't freaking wait.
Oh my God! You mean you painted 70 Fire Warriors?
Yes. And by painted, I mean I did not paint them yet.
Do it finished, painted, based,
or just no. None of those.
So then, why are you so excited?
Because I've been waiting for a Tau Codex since I started playing. That was the first army I picked up. It was Tau. Jonathan helped me get this awesome army. And I was all excited, and everybody's like, Tau are stupid. And I was like, but they look so cool. And, you know, at the time, I was very much like, I don't want to get my hands dirty. I just want to shoot you from across the board. And I was like so excited. And I kept getting creamed because I had no idea what I was doing when 8 came out. And now I kind of have some idea of what I'm doing. And I'm really excited to have my Tau on the table because they've been kind of sitting back while the salamanders take all the glory. And you know what I'm really hoping? I'm really hoping that the source of all your hatred is true again. I was telling Darklighter this, actually. I hope that Riptides are so stupid overpowered. I hope that Tau get all kinds of ridiculous stratagems that just make no sense, and everybody cries. And I can just drink your tears and just stand over you victorious. And yeah, there you go. There you go, Dark Lighter.
So you're still going to lose to everyone, then, Ben, is what you're saying.
At least.
What's
I
good?
can't believe you guys let me go on that freaking diatribe. I was honestly waiting for someone to cut me off, but I just had to keep going.
No, we want to hear about the rumors that have been out, Ben. You're the Tau expert.
Yeah.
None of us would play that race.
I wouldn't say expert. I haven't really put them on the table that much. I haven't put them on the table that many times. Not since 8 came about.
Okay.
But there are some interesting rumors, though.
So let's talk about the rumors.
All right. So first things first. Let's put this out so that other people can read this. They know where our source is coming from. Boom. You guys check that out and read along. So, one of the first things in this article that we're talking about is the fact that the Riptide is supposed to be coming back on the table with a freaking vengeance. According to the article, the question was whether Burst Tide or the Riptide or the Iron Tide is going to be the heaviest hitter. And he basically says either one, it doesn't matter. It's getting a huge points drop. It's getting a huge strength boost. And that's awesome because, frankly, I don't understand how you take one of the coolest freaking models in an army that sells really well and you turn it into the Riptide from the index because it's kind of bad.
Nerf the Keel Tide.
You know what it was? It was the Riptide wing of yesteryear, and everyone just had so much hatred for it that they just over-nerfed it. Overcosted, underpowered, and it's just not an efficient choice anymore. I played 1 round, 2 rounds with it. I was completely underwhelmed with it. I was very upset that I spent 300 freaking points to field it, and it just got smoked really quick and taking a single wound every time I used the Nova reactor and getting barely anything out of it. I was just highly unimpressed. But hearing that they're potentially going to get brought back up into a relatively competitive standpoint, that's freaking awesome. So I'd say that's probably what I'm most excited about because I've got 3 Riptides and I was really worried that I wasn't going to get to use them. And they're probably the coolest model in the entire Tau army. They're freaking awesome. They're huge. They're intimidating. That burst cannon's so cool. Like that was one of the first models that I was like, I want one of those. So I'm really jazzed to see the Riptide on the table again. And I'm really jazzed to hear everyone complain about it again. Because I've had to deal with Gilliman and, you know, Great Unclean One and stuff like that. And I'm really just ready to stomp some teeth in with my Riptide.
So, man, so Ben, I mean, you're pretty excited because you want to be at the top of the meta, huh?
You know what? Was I saying that to you earlier today? I would love that. I would love that. After getting stomped by a couple of those brand new armies at LVO, like demons just dropping 30 bloodletters in my face, I was just like, man, that hurts. And then with Dark Angels just obliterating me with so much plasma from freaking Hellblasters and oh god, what else? He had so much plasma. And he just smoked me, just wiped everything off the table, just could not stop deleting units. My Spartan Assault tank got screwed up so bad by a Hellblaster squad. And I was like, man, I wish I had some cool stuff. And then the Blood Angels come screaming across the board, and they're like, oh, we wound on 3s for everything. Gosh. So I'm really ready to have something that's the new hotness that everyone else will cry about.
So you think they're going to be doing bring back like the buff manders and all that stuff?
I don't know. I'd like to see it. I thought the buff mander was a really cool concept back in 7th. When I first started reading the codex, I really liked the idea of having this one unit just buffing everything. I liked the idea of paying for it and getting all these boosts and, you know, just having this kind of kill team sweeping across the board, just taking stuff out. And Tau don't have a whole lot of aura units. They've got, you know, Cadre, Fireblade, you've got Ethereals, but they don't have a ton of aura units. And so the idea of like picking and choosing which upgrades I want him to have and, you know, giving him this aura upgrades, I like the idea of that a lot. So I'd be really jazzed to see a buff mander again. Anybody else? TJ, you seem like shocked. I don't know.
I played Tau, man. I played Tau twice since like 5th edition. So I don't really know.
Jonathan, you used to have Tau. What happened to your Tau?
I did used to have Tau. I personally, I didn't like how I was really limited to. This is what you get. You get to sit on the back and shoot, and everybody was coming at you, and I was just shooting at everything that kept coming at me, and I'd eat away at the lines, I'd move up, eat away more, and it just came to a point where I was like, I don't like this. I wasn't a fan.
That's understandable.
Personally.
I totally get that.
And people are like, oh, well, there's close combat options, and you can take Shadow Sun or whatever.
Farsight.
Not Shadow Sun, the one with the
Farsight.
Yeah, Foresight, that one. Like I used to run the Space Pope. He was awesome. I liked him because I happened to just get him, and I was like, dude, the Space Pope is awesome.
Is that on Shi or on Bob?
I don't know. It's the biggest one. The one in the big floaty Pope mobile.
Darklighter would know. I think it's on Shi. I can't remember.
But really, I hope they give a little more power to the people, considering it's all for the greater good, right? So I hope the Fire Warriors get a little bit better deal than, well, the only way to win is if you bring 20 suits and 3 Riptides, you know what I mean? So,
you know, I was thinking about that actually recently because I once I started hearing rumors, I started doing quick list builds and started playing with ideas again, and I realized that there is not much. I don't know of anything off the top of my head. TJ, Felipe, you probably will. Is there anything that's T10 in the entire game?
That's what?
Toughness 10.
Aren't the Titans toughness 10? The big one, the Warlord?
Titans, probably.
Titans?
Yeah.
I think there's like a couple of T10s.
Anybody in the audience?
There's one T14, I think.
Say it again?
There's one T14. But
Okay.
that's like the stuff.
Well, so my general point is I couldn't think of anything that was T10 in the entire game. So almost all Tau weaponry is at least strength 5, which means Tau is wounding almost everything in the game on a 5. 5 up,
so
Tau wound.
You want to know toughness 10?
Yeah, what you got?
The Reaver Titans toughness 10.
Okay, Reaver.
The Warlord Titans toughness 16.
16. There you go.
Jesus. Okay. So basically,
So-
yes, everything you're going to be wounding except those on a 6, which is going to be
On a
more
5.
variety. So yes, your whole army will be wounding things at least on a 5.
Yep. That's pretty potent. Like, that's kind of a big deal. Like, I mean, I don't know how many times I've shot stuff with a bolter. I'm like, oh, you got to hit with a 6. That's fun. But the idea of, just that superior firepower sounds like a lot of fun. I'm really kind of jazzed about it. And it made me rethink Fire Warriors a little bit because, 70 Fire Warriors, 30-inch range, throw a couple pulse drone or accelerator drones, pulse accelerator drones out there. They've got 36-inch range. And then you throw a couple cadre fire blades out there, and they're getting 3 shots at 18 inches, strength 5, and it's just a firestorm of strength 5 damage. Now, there's no AP modifier on pretty much any Tau weaponry. That's the only thing that kind of bums me out is the AP modifier is so rare. But I mean, with that much firepower, with that many shots going off at strength 5, there's going to be wounds, there's going to be failed saves. It's pretty nasty, and I think that Fire Warriors have got a decent edge.
So a lot of the rumors are that the points are going to be dropped to the base cost and the weaponry, and a lot of massive buffs to weapons characteristics. Sometimes both. Here's one weapon. It's heavy 18, strength 6, -1, 2 damage for 35 points.
So what? The only thing that I can think of is what platform that's going to be on is got to be the Nova reactor for the Riptide
Maybe.
for burst cannon. Unless there's a new unit coming out that's scarier than a Riptide, which
Yeah, we would have seen something.
It's probably gonna be a hammerhead with the ion cannon.
18 shots though.
Yeah, that's a heavy ion cannon. I think that did that only come on the. Yeah, it sounds like maybe it may only come on the what's it called? The freaking hammerhead.
Hammerheads, yeah.
Yeah.
Most people only model the railgun on the hammerheads. That was the main thing that they used. But
yeah.
So I mean, I think they're gonna get a lot of different buffs. Just reading through here of all the different stuff for it.
That was actually something that was mentioned is that ion hammerheads are going to be pretty solid, and so are Riptides.
Yeah.
But it does seem like we're getting a change to Saber protocols, which I'm kind of okay with. Now I haven't used a whole lot of Saber protocols, but I've done test lists and kind of thought about how it's very easy for you to take 20 drones, surround a Riptide, and just let that thing just shrug off every single hit that it takes. And you're effectively adding 20 wounds to a model. Like, I mean, you can do it with the Storm Surge, you can do it with Crisis Suits, you can do it with whatever you want. And I've seen that was part of the meta until it got squashed really quick was a Town R and just as many drones as you could fit into the list. And then the Town R just proceeds to delete units while shrugging every hit off against a drone. And I don't think that that's really the best way to do it. I think having like free wounds on everything is kind of I'm not a big fan of it. But the proposed change to Saber protocols is that it'll be kind of like a bodyguard rule where you'll have to roll a 2-up in order to shrug that wound off and allocate it to a drone. So I think that's probably for the best. I think that is a nerf that might have needed it, and I think it's a pretty fair nerf. It's not too overpowered. A 2-up is pretty, you got really good odds that you're going to be able to shrug that wound off, but it's not a guaranteed thing. Maybe you have to spend a command point to reshrug. I don't know. I think that it's pretty fair, and I will admit that I think the old Saber protocols were a little bit too powerful when they were abused. Man, every one of you guys is like super sad that this is happening, and I'm like super jazzed. Like everyone's just like, power coming back.
I'm just prepping right now because when the Codex comes out, this will be the Tau tiers.
Yeah, and like I told you before, I think it's a residual old meta from Taudar when Taudar was the thing back in 6th edition. That's kind of where we're sitting at is because like more or less afraid is now there's no more soup and stuff, but it's they're going to get their buffs that they had before where basically when they ran with Eldar they were pretty much unstoppable. They were the top of the list. And
but Eldar is still a top list.
No, they are for sure. But what we're probably going to see is the Tau Codex drop, get a buff while the Eldar do take a nerf, especially after LVO.
Oh, we still haven't heard anything about a nerf yet. When's that fact coming out?
It's supposed to be soon.
Well, it's mid-year, right? So April or March, right?
Viper just said Taudar. Just threw up a little in my mouth.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I think Tau are going to become a good army, and they should be a good army. It's not like they shouldn't be.
No, yeah.
So I mean, I don't see anything wrong with the rumor mill or anything like that. I think they're going to be a pretty fairly good army. It's not like there's going to be certain builds that are better than others, and it'll just be interesting to see what happens. I mean, right now it's all rumors and speculation. We haven't really seen GW drop anything because they're working on the Age of Sigmar stuff.
Yep.
With the most beautiful, crazy-looking witch lady I've ever seen in my life. But
oh, you mean the Fulgrim model?
Oh, no, it's not Fulgrim.
No, I mean that you can make that a full.
Oh yeah. I wonder what the 40K feminists are saying about those models.
They are good people. We don't talk negative about them.
No, I'm just curious on what their feedback would definitely be on those models. They are very scantily clad.
That's good battle armor, don't you know?
I was gonna say it makes them more agile and mobile for their battle armor.
Yeah.
You know,
So
that's
not
one thing
originally.
that I've always dug about the sisters is they're not like super scantily clad. They've at least got armor that accentuates them, but it's armor. I think that's all right.
Ordos Malos. Wait, Tal's supposed to be good now? Do I actually have a reason to build the battle force that I bought when I was drunk?
Okay, well,
If you don't want it, you can send it to me.
Is that how everybody bought Tau? They were drunk at it and they were like, "Let's get Tau."
Well, I was stone sober, but I didn't know any better, so I guess that's no excuse. I'm sticking to it.
Well, I mean, after I bought my Space Marines, the next actual models that I bought was some Tau stuff in 3rd edition because it looked really cool. I mean, I didn't care if it played well or anything. I thought, the battle suits were cool.
It was the new race at the time, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was a new race. I mean, if it was, I mean, like now, if I was going to run Tau, I'd run like some Ghost Skills, like a whole bunch of warriors, and probably a ton of suits. The suits are freaking wicked.
Yeah,
They are really.
I mean, but
I think Ghost Kills look really cool.
I know.
The Ghost Kills.
Those came out after I quit Tau, actually.
Yeah, I think the Ghost Mill. To me, the Ghost Kill is the best model in the series. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'd
bad.
say the Riptide has it beat, but the Ghost Kill's a close second.
I think the Riptide it's so there's only like 2 weapon options. I don't know. I just don't think it's as like
Yeah, the Ghost Kill's only got 2 weapons.
The Ghost Kill just looks wickedly cool.
I think they both look great. I like the Riptide a lot.
I can't get over the Riptide's tiny head.
I know.
Really?
It's like a miniature head.
It bugs you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've seen some better conversions and third-party stuff that came out with better heads for it, but I just because the Ghost Kill, it looks proportionate.
Right.
The best conversion I've seen of a Riptide was they used a stealth suit upper torso for the head.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It's funny? Maybe the Riptide should be like BS5 since they have such a little head.
Actually, that brings up another rumor that there is no ballistic skill changing across the board. Apparently, Tau ballistic skill is staying the same, which I think is fair.
So you're hitting on 4s, right? Whoopie-doo. Now you're pretty much winning everything on 3s.
Most everything on 3s, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that just sounds horrible. I mean, it's so unfair.
So you're switching pretty much what everybody else has to do.
Exactly. I don't think that it's unfair to have the ballistic 4. I think it sucks when you've got a heavy unit with a ballistic skill of 4 up and they move and now they're hitting on 5s like they're orcs or some kind of heathen. But
if there was some way to get a +1 to hit.
Oh,
5 marker lights.
I was gonna say like marker lights.
And that brings to another point of the rumors, which is that there is no change to the marker light table at all, apparently.
Wouldn't be.
Yeah.
The more I've list built, the less I've whined. And the more that I've tried to figure out how to use them effectively and actually put some thought and time into it, I see ways to do it effectively. I see ways to fit marker lights in. I see ways to kind of game the system. Like if you take the Tidewall drone port, and you can put 4 marker light drones in it, and whatever unit you've got inside of drone port, the marker drones from the drone port will fire with their ballistic skill. So if you put a Cadre Fireblade or a Dark Strider unit in there, you now have 4 marker light drones firing at a 2-up, and you've got Dark Strider or Cadre Fireblade firing a marker light out at a 2-up. So you can hit them with the 2-up from the Cadre Fireblade, and then hit it with 4 more marker lights that are hitting on a 2-up, rerolling 1s. Your odds of getting 5 are pretty good.
You know, I remember when Ben was going over his marker lights, and he was like, "Oh, well, I get this, and they only do this." I was like, "Why are you complaining?" Like it was out. I was like, "You have no reason," because he's like, "Well, everybody else gets this, and they get this, and it benefits them like this." And I was like, bro.
Yeah, I was missing the picture pretty bad. And I hadn't really list built. I was just kind of frustrated because it was so easy in the previous edition to get that +1 to hit. And then I started playing with Space Marines, and they're all hitting on 3s. I'm like, I don't like hitting on 4s. This kind of sucks. But
you know what you got to get ready though, Ben, right?
What's that?
You need a 30 crew.
I've got some Kroot. I don't really like Kroot.
Oh, you will in the new codex. I can guarantee it.
Why is that?
It's going to be a berserk. It's going to be a bloodletter bomb with Kroot. I can guarantee they're going to have a stratagem for it.
Dude, that would be gross.
It would actually probably be more like the cultists, where you can take them or reposition them.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kind of cool.
Everyone's going to be like, "Whoa, I need Kroot." You're going to see all the forums blow up and everything, and be like, "Looking to buy 30 Kroot."
Want to buy Kroot?
Investments.
Kroot.
Because they made those models a while ago. They need to sell them. Kroot are going to have like the strategy. Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Kroot. You need a 30. I'm going to reposition it right in your front lines, 9 inches away from you first turn."
It'd be interesting.
So, that's about it, pretty much. I mean, did we cover that railguns profile is not changing?
Railgun's going to stay the same, apparently. And the other change we've seen is that there apparently will only be 1 commander allowed per detachment. That one I kind of take some issue with.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I've seen commanders really abused. I played a match where it was... What just happened?
That was fancy, Felipe.
It's going to be funny. Like, Tau Ethereals are going to like give a certain buff, and everyone's going to start taking Ethereals.
Probably. But commanders, like, to limit you to 1 commander per detachment is kind of frustrating because if you're having trouble with people playing too many of them, then you need to nerf them slightly. Why just have 1 detachment? That just frustrates me because it's not fluffy. It doesn't really, like, I can have 12 Cadre Fireblades in my detachment, but I can't have...
Wait, hold on. Ben, did you just say having 1 commander per detachment is not fluffy?
How many captains can you have in your army?
How many captains should you have fluff-wise?
No, how many...
1 captain per 100 Marines.
Okay, so how many captains can you have in your army? Per detachment?
Per detachment, you take as many as you want, but it's not going to be worth it.
So how many captains are there in a Space Marine chapter?
I'm going to ask you this. How many competitive lists have you seen with 2 captains or 3 captains in the list? Answer me that question.
I don't think I have.
So then, so your proof, what you're trying to say, Ben, doesn't make any sense.
No, I was referring to the fluff. I was entirely referring to the fluff. You don't see multiple you don't see multiple captains.
And you don't see it on the battlefield either, do you?
But you can.
You don't see it. When do you see it on the battlefield?
But why don't you see it on the battlefield?
When do you see it on the battlefield?
You don't, but why not?
Okay, then.
But why not?
It doesn't work.
Exactly.
There's no point in taking it.
So the answer isn't to make it so you can only take 1 commander. It's to make the commander not broken, which he kind of is.
Well, Leon wrote, he says, 14 commanders, all with fusion guns, because my pen is really small.
Pen is really small.
My, to be fair, it was abused, and it was too overpowered.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, let's just get... And the worst part was, people are just
taking the Supreme Command attachment, so it's not really going to matter.
This is true.
Well, if you can only take 1 commander...
That is true. Maybe they're restricted on that.
Yeah, yep. I mean, we haven't seen any... I mean, to me, that sounds like a major rumor when you really consider the fact, when have we seen anything in the rules for all the codexes that have come out that has anything to do with restrictions on detachments?
And that is why I'm kind of frustrated by it, because that seems like a knee-jerk fix when you could just fix the profile of the unit.
Yeah,
but it's a rumor.
Yeah, sure, but
in print, I'm not going to believe it.
I think the rumor is true because you got to remember, Tau are the only ones that were notorious for the whole 14 commanders. They were the only ones who did that. No one ran 14 captains, and it was a problem. You know, no one
I
ran
played
firing or chaos lords or whatever, and it was a problem. You know,
that was a list I played at LVO. I played 4 commanders. They each had 3 fusion blasters, and there was a Supreme Command attachment, and he had 6 squads of stealth suits, like 6 in each, and they each had shield drones, and they each had homing beacons. So he basically dropped 4 fusion blaster commanders right on top of me and tried to, wipe me off the board. And he happened to roll really bad. And then when he did, I made my saves, so it was kind of nothing happened, but I was terrified. I was terrified of 4 fusion blaster commanders dropping right in my face. Plus the stealth suits, I mean, they're pretty nasty as they are. So yeah, I think that should be changed. Now, at the same time, I think that if you want to play with 4 freaking commanders and you want to drop that many points in it, you should be able to do so. If you want to drop 900 to 1,000 points on 3 Riptides, then okay, you can do that, as long as you can fulfill the requirements to make those attachments.
chat's blowing up.
Dude, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, if something's good, you're going to spam it. It's how competitive play works. But fluff-wise, really, if you're taking Tau Fire Warriors, then you're going to be taking fluff-wise. You're going to take 1 commander. You're going to take you a Tau Ethereal, right?
Ethereal.
You're going to have a whole bunch of Tau Fire Warriors.
Let him have his bad pronunciation.
6 battle suits. Maybe a Riptide, maybe a Storm Surge, but you're going to see a wide spread of suits. You're not just going to see like 4 commanders or anything like that. I mean, they're a commander for a reason. It just makes sense.
Yeah, sure, but no other army's got that kind of restriction whatsoever. You don't have it.
Well, Tau don't either right now.
Okay. Let me stop you there, Ben. Before you say they don't have restrictions. Yes, they do. They may not have. There's certain unit restrictions they may not have, but look at Death Guard. They got restricted of what they can bring by creating a new codex. Great. However, everything in the Chaos Codex, a lot of it got just cut. And I'm a product of that because I have Helldrakes and other things, Mauler Fiends, that are all modeled for Nurgle. Yes, I can run them in Chaos Space Marines with a mark of Nurgle, but they don't give me benefit of Death Guard. So they restricted, if I wanted to play solely Death Guard and play Fluffy, they restricted a lot of things I had. So, yeah, I see them doing that as a normal thing anyway.
I mean, at least in the index, like Jonathan says, Death Guard got nerfed. In the index, to be honest with you, I can't even play Khorne Demonkin anymore. My army's nerfed.
Yep.
An entire 2,500 point army I have is unplayable now.
Can I have your stuff?
No, you can't have my stuff. I'll wait till a codex or something comes out to where I can play it again. But as of right now, it's dead.
I'm running Khorne Demons with Khorne Berserkers and running over people with it.
They put a limit on, let's see. So Tyler's saying if they put a limit of 1 commander per detachment, it would be cool if they gave another generic HQ option or 2 in addition to the Ethereal and Cadre Fireblade. I completely agree. I think having a couple extra options in the HQ line would be really nice because I don't feel like there's a whole lot of diversity there.
Maybe they won't have a commander.
What's that?
Maybe you'll be able to take like a normal battle suit kind of as a lieutenant or something.
That would be awesome. That would be really cool.
Less wounds. Maybe you never know.
Maybe
I think that would be awesome.
Maybe there'll be new HQ choices of maybe a stealth suit character, maybe something else.
I'd love to see that. That's something I really am hoping to see is some more characters or some new units just in general. I'm pretty sure has there been a release yet that didn't get any new models?
Chaos.
Chaos didn't get any new models.
Chaos got new models. Demons did.
The Chaos Space Marine Codex. What new models did Chaos Space Marines get?
Yeah, Chaos Space Marines got nothing.
Well,
that sucks.
Death Guard will well, that's some codex too. But
Dark Angels didn't get anything. Grey Knights didn't get anything.
Dark Angels didn't get a new model.
Nope. Grey Knights got nothing either.
But Dark Angels got they got Primaris. They didn't have Primaris before, did they?
But that was in the initial Space Marine Codex release.
Yeah.
But Dark Angels
That was
did.
in the index though, too.
Well, Chaos did. In that case, Chaos did get Death Guard new models.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
mean-
it's Death Guard, not Chaos Space Marines.
I mean, the worst one is Grey Knights. Grey Knights didn't get anything.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Grey Knights kind of got hosed. The more I hear, kind of sucks.
Oh yes, Dark Angels. Sorry, did get one model. They got the Primaris Lieutenant model. I apologize.
Cypher.
Cypher. He's a cat.
That's last.
Yep.
last.
Astral Militarum didn't get anything.
Did they need anything though? They got a pretty good buff.
Yeah. No, I think what we're talking about, guys, is for new models. I guess they came out with like a new range of models that came out with the release of the Codex.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, the Grand Master for the Dread Knight, it was just a new unit entry. It wasn't anything like they got an actual new model, a new, Dread Knight model that had at least like another conversion kit in there to make a Grand Master. You just build a Dread Knight and say, oh, look, it's a Grand Master now.
Yeah. I mean, a lieutenant's kind of the same way. There's not really a model for a lieutenant, so.
I think out of all the codexes released, Death Guard got the most love for sure.
Dude, ridiculous.
Oh,
Bro, you know how long I was waiting for that?
I'm not hating. Don't get me wrong. I'm so jealous.
I waited for so long.
Yeah. Death Guard got a new range.
Dude, the Death Guard models are freaking amazing. I think they are some of the best looking models that GW has put out at all. They are so good.
even the Nurgle demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, yeah, I mean, Death Guard basically got almost a new entire full range of complete army. Really, when you think about it. I mean, like, the only thing y'all really didn't get was like new Hellbrute models, right?
Yeah, literal.
But other than that, almost every single model in that army now is new, which is insane.
But the Kawaii haulers are basically dreadnoughts.
Did you say Kawaii haulers?
Yeah, the little vacuum cleaners.
The little stinky tankies.
Sticky
Think
tanks.
tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
They're so adorable. They're like little, and they go around.
Dude, that model looks so good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I wish it was bigger, but it's a cool model.
Dude, it's pretty big, actually. I mean, it's big for what it is.
Well, the
Sorry,
size-
another one. Adeptus Mechanicus didn't get a new model.
Oh, yeah.
None.
Well, they meshed together Skitarii and...
Yeah, but I meant like the range. Besides Bella, I mean, you got Call, but he came out, a while back in the Triumphant Imperium. So
I do think it's cool that we're getting like the lieutenant and even the Grandmaster and the baby carrier. I think that's pretty cool because they're adding an extra data sheet, but you don't have to buy a new model. You already have him, so I think that's kind of a nice touch. I'd like to see a little more of that,
yeah, Viber says like about the Space Marines. I don't think they're going to be replaced with Primaris Marines. To be honest with you, I don't think there's any way that GW ever replaced the Space Marine line with Primaris complete.
Well, during LVO, I played a whole Primaris army, and to be honest, it was a lot of fun. I ended up tabling him, but
Considering Primaris, I mean, Space Marines in general are like the best-selling range of models. The more models you have, the more people get to choose. So I don't think you'll see that replaced.
Yeah, and honestly, although Primaris earned a lot more respect from me at LVO because they did some work against me, but I don't see them replacing a regular attack squad. Like you can't put the Primaris in a Storm Raider, you can't put them in a Rhino. You're not replacing that.
I mean, maybe we'll see in the next release of the Space Marine Codex, like in 9th edition or something, we'll see a change.
Yeah.
But as of right now, you're not going to see anything, and it's going to stay the same. I mean, so I don't know. I just hope maybe they do some new unit choices for Tau.
Yeah, I'd like to see a new suit, which is kind of being greedy, but the suits are the coolest thing about Tau. I'd like to see another suit. I'd like to see a smaller suit.
they updated you guys' suits, though.
What do you mean?
So if you can actually look at the 2 different suits that you have, and I forgot the exact numbers.
Oh, the model line? I'm sorry, I'm mostly talking about it.
The model line itself, the actual crisis suits, The old ones,
I
man,
mean,
they're pretty they're just
Very
stationary,
stiff. Yep.
burpy, and then the other ones got so much more dynamic. They're
Yes,
a little bit bigger, you know.
they're really nice.
I mean, y'all still have an incredible line from Forge World too for suits.
Oh
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
those are
Yeah,
some
so I mean,
actually.
Forge World's got some support for Tau, at least when it comes to the suits. So
Yes, that's true.
burst cannon drones, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I just want to see a new suit. I'm being greedy. That's fine. I'd love to see a new suit. As far as other units, I'd like to really see. Honestly, I'd like to see something slightly different than the Pathfinder. Something like a Pathfinder, but a little bit different, fast attack. Something to kind of get into the front range.
Crude hounds. Crude hounds. Vespids.
Yeah,
Vespids, I like the idea of Vespids, but they're T3, so I don't know.
I've never seen Vespids on the table.
I never have either.
I've been playing for years, and I've never seen one time. When I go up there and I see one, I'm like, oh my gosh.
That
No, Jonathan, you know the only time I've seen Vespids on any kind of battle report channel was the guy who does the stop motion animation, remember?
Yeah.
He had a unit of Vespids. I was like, whoa, Vespids.
Yeah.
And they died really quick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was cool.
So Dane has a good point. If any army needs a new unit choice, specifically for HQ, it needs to be Drukhari. So that actually goes into our second part of the conversation. We're talking about Necrons and Drukhari, since those are the other two codexes. We have no leaks on those quite yet, but we can talk about what we think definitely needs to be fixed.
Getting Vect back. Vect.
Oh God, I would love to get Vect back, dude.
Yeah, Vect's coming back.
Don't say false things.
Yeah.
That be excited.
Vect's coming back.
Dude, I'd be so excited. And
All right, so I'm not familiar with. I don't know this. Fill me in, dude.
so Vect is like he's the head honcho of he's the richest of all archons, and his,
No, he is the Archon. He's the
Yeah.
Supreme Archon.
that's what I'm saying. He's the king Grand Poobah, and freaking his ship.
Lilith Hemsbrecht was his.
Yeah, it was good. He's beefy beefcake. If anyone was the darkest of darkness of sadistic stuff, it'd be him. So he hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And you know what? I got to play a whole Drukhari army at LVO, and I also tabled him. I felt bad, but I had a good time. But they need help.
You like how Jonathan keeps doing this humble brag, like, oh, I did this and I tabled him, but I felt bad. Like, I mean, I didn't mean to like crush him really hard, but I did because I'm a lot better than that guy.
His rolls were not very good, and neither, his saves and such. Everything didn't go well for him.
Oh,
But-
is that it?
Yeah, that's what it is. But they do need help.
Is that why you haven't played him against me? Because I keep requesting Drukhari very specifically because I really want to play him.
Dude, you want to know why I'm not playing Drukhari right now? Because I love Drukhari so much, and I love how they play and what they do, and I'm so scared that when I play them, I'm going to be sad. And I don't want that sadness because I'm still living on that high of
Wait, is
nostalgia.
it a drugs reference because they do drugs in Drukhari?
Exactly. Of that nostalgia of playing them, and that's not being ruined yet because when I played them and that gets crushed because we don't have a codex yet and I'm still using an index that's
I don't know. I've seen a lot of Tau players out there getting creamed and they're not crying like you are.
oh yes they are very much. That's false.
Dude, from what I know, Darklighter's been cleaning up. Apparently Darklighter is like Mr. Tau. Because everything he tells me is like, oh man, I creamed Imperial Fist, or I creamed these guys, I creamed these guys. Like nobody can take it. He's like, I can't wait for the codex to come out. We're even beefier, but
because he's practicing. He's getting good. He's not like a scrub who wishes he played Tau and White Scars, but only plays Salamanders.
me? This guy? No.
Yeah, Darklighter's actually playing the game, Ben.
Yeah, he sure is.
Do that.
And
You gotta bring the cow out of the box.
Only in the local store, no tournaments. Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like I don't really get to go play at a local store. I just get to play 1, 2, 3 veteran players that have each won tournaments. They've got a bunch of armies. They've got years and years of experience. So
I've never won a tournament.
Getting my butt handed to me every game.
I've never won a tournament.
Well, you creamed me, so there you go.
Ben, when was this creaming you are referring to?
It happened. I'm sure it happened.
Really?
Crickets.
Because the first time we played was when 8th edition first came out, and you destroyed my Khorne Demonkin with your Tau.
But why? Why did I destroy
The
it?
next time we played, your Salamanders destroyed my Grey Knights.
Screwed up, and I brought like an extra.
Times I played you, and I've lost every single game.
No, you beat me with your Grey Knights against my White Scars in the Escalation League we played.
At 500 points?
Win's a win, buddy. A win's a win.
That's not a win, man.
That's not a win. That's just a practice to see what units do at 500.
And then after that, he played my Obsidian Knights and annihilated them.
When did I annihilate them?
So Ben's 3-1 versus me, but yet I'm this phenomenal player,
I feel
right?
like you played more than 4 times. Hey TJ, just let me pay you a compliment, man. Why you gotta crap all over my compliment to you? I'm calling you a good player. Like we all know you're not. Like just let me say it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a good player.
Wow. I believe someone went 3-3 at LVO, so he turned his score around from 0-6.
I feel like if you bring Bobby G, you're guaranteed 2 wins. So maybe he just earned 1.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
I was actually really glad I didn't have to play you with your LVO list because I had no idea. Like I was like, man, I don't know how I'm going to handle that. Like I'm going to have to hide my Spartan assault tank behind a building and just pray that he can't get leverage to shoot it with all 25 las cannons. And I was really worried I was going to have to play him for some of the LVO practice, but instead I just kept getting tabled by Noise Marines. But even after I kept getting tabled by Noise Marines and all of my spite and hatred for Noise Marines, I still was like, I don't really want to play TJ's list. I don't really, like, it's pretty scary.
Who do you think crushed the Noise Marines? It was TJ. Multiple times, every time we played. I couldn't beat his list.
So there you go, TJ. You may have lost to me a handful of times, but I lose to Jonathan all the time. You creamed him, so there you go. It's association. It's just like a chain. It goes around.
Me and Jonathan have been playing for a long time. That win-loss record is still heavily in Jonathan's favor.
That's how Jonathan likes it.
Yeah, so Ben, I still count all the Magic games, so that's a phenomenal game for me. So you got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, well, Magic is pay to win, so I mean, of course.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's true though. The more you spend on Magic, the better you're gonna do. Like in your case, you don't have a lot of skill. You just had a lot of money devoted towards Magic, and then you had the internet. So you would just go find decks, and you'd be like, "Oh, I can afford all these cards," and you just buy them all from eBay.
How many times did I say?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
And then you're walking back up to the apartment with an armful of boxes, and what's that? Oh, my eBay order came in. Hey, you want to play Magic in a couple hours when I put this deck together? No, I don't. I don't want to see what you bought. What? 4 Lilianas? Aren't those like $28 cards? Oh, 38? Oh, they must have gone up. Nice. Cool. No, I don't want to
play. Ben's always saying I looked up things on the internet because I was against internet listings. And I sat.
That's exactly what I'd expect to hear after you looked all those decks up on the internet. Like I know you wouldn't want that on your record, but that's why I'm putting it out right now. So everybody knows who you are. And you're going to be, no, but really, I didn't.
I mean, I want to be honest with you, Ben. I don't believe it. You want to know why? I've seen Jonathan build 40K lists, and he never used Nit lists. So I don't think that's changed for Magic.
Jonathan builds.
That's the personality. You, on the other hand, are definitely someone I could see going to the internet and building a list.
Yes, I have done that once. That was right when I quit Magic. So
I think that's multiple times. I think Ben seems like one of those people that are like, he's got to go look up stuff and read about it, what other people are doing. And he's like, I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Gilliman and a bunch of laserbacks, and I'm just gonna surround Gilliman with Oh wait, that's everyone else and TJ. Okay.
I wanted to point out why we're having this spat. I cannot stand that you call them laserbacks.
Laserbacks, really?
That is absolutely terrible.
That bothers you?
Yeah, you kept calling them laserbacks. I'm like, what are you? Oh, that's what you're talking about. I got it pretty quick, but then you just kept referring to them as laserbacks.
Well, when you called my Centurions potato Marines, yeah, I like that. That was great.
They are potato marines.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Ben, because a lot of people out there were running my list at LVO.
3. Oh, there was like 500 people I didn't count.
500 people were running my list.
I don't know. Were they? Did you play any? How many Gillimans were there?
Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of people were running Tech Marines.
Ordo just goes, wait, what is a laserback?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
He thinks a
Razorback with lasers on its back.
is like a laser cannon. That's what he's associating. So it's a laser cannon. And then
Well, Lazarback doesn't sound right, does it?
using,
It sounds stupid when you say it that way.
so he's he goes, oh yeah, it's dumb.
Here,
I
I'm
love
thinking
it.
words.
It's Ben.
It's a
Actually, Ben runs more laserbacks than I do.
Yes, I did have a couple. And they did okay. I liked them.
Yeah, because, right, Jonathan, my list had a ton of laserbacks, didn't I?
What's that?
I had a ton of them. I had like 6 of them in my list.
You had Predators, which were pretty nasty. See, I can't afford Predators.
Hey, Dark Riders, good night, man.
Huh?
Hey, bro.
Thanks for being on.
Take it easy, buddy. See you around.
Like Predators. A lot of people were running Predators. With Killshot with 1 command point, it's a dumb thing not to take.
Nasty. Dude, so nasty. God, Killshot is amazing. I'm hoping that there's something like a Killshot equivalent for Tau with the Hammerheads. I'd like to see something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, because I actually built my list running the worst formation from 7th edition Space Marine codexes.
Did you?
Remember that? Remember that, Jonathan? That was the worst formation you could have.
Yeah.
Three Predators and a Tech Marine. The worst.
Wasn't
Why
the
is it so
best
bad?
Wasn't the best one with a Land Raider, 2 Predators, and a Tech Marine, and the Land Raider soaked up the hits?
No, because Land Raiders would blow up on first turn, Felipe. We are talking 7th edition. All he needs one good Meltagun shot and it's dead.
Yeah, those are the days.
Yeah. Hey, look, my 325-point model was blown up on first turn.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, you deep strike those.
Still happens this edition too.
Takes a lot more firepower, though.
Yeah, it takes a lot. And
Not a single shot, which is a lot more beneficial. Can you imagine poor Ben watching his Spartan blow up on 1 las cannon shot?
yeah.
If you thought I whined a lot as it was,
Or just an Infernus pistol, just deep striking with an Infernus pistol, just going. Yep. Because when you deep struck then, there was no 9-inch buffer. It was you risk it for a biscuit.
you got to risk it to get the biscuit. Oh, yeah.
And that's why you took them in drop pods, because guess what? Drop pods didn't matter. They just stopped and enjoy.
Yeah.
And they were viable back then.
Yeah. They were. Not so much now.
I had a drop pod model, and I was like, I think I'm going to cut that up and use it as terrain. And I was like, man, maybe someday it'll be viable. I'd be sad if it wasn't. I'd be sad if I used it. But I'd be able, and then I was like, man, no, I should probably cut that thing up. It's never going to be good.
Well, I'm looking. I think so. Drukhari, they need to either have better drugs. They need to have better drugs because the ones that they have are just so-so. And the turn stuff, that's great and all, but it doesn't help you when everything is off a strike right now. and your turn 1 buff is kind of so-so. You know what I mean?
What's the turn 1 buff? Everyone gets to feel no pain?
Yeah, it's like a 6-up feel no pain.
Oh, that's horrible. My
No,
whole entire army gets a 6-up feel no pain. Oh, crap. That's
only things that get power from
even
pain.
my flyers.
It's only things that get power from pain, though. And you got to remember, the save is a 5-up save. How many -2 things there are there now? Most things are -1 now.
I don't know, man. I've seen you make 5-up saves better than I make 2-up saves. So
It's only because it's about attrition. I make so many.
he says this every time. Well, when you roll so many dice, you're just gonna see all the 5s I roll. It doesn't matter if there's 27 out of 28 dice that are 5s. It just looks like there's more because that's what I have to. And he does this whole spiel, and it's so stupid every time because I'm like, no, there's 8 5s and you rolled 10 dice. What is this crap? Every time.
He's so bitter.
I mean,
I'm just jealous.
I mean, that's not the worst. Jonathan rolling 5-up saves, I can handle. But when he's playing Necrons, when he used to play Necrons and he's playing Tesla, and he'd be like, oh, look, I have 6 Tesla shots. Oh, look, 10 hits.
That sounds exactly right. Yes, that sounds exactly right.
I've never, ever played Jonathan with his Necrons, and I think we have proof on the channel for every single time I played him. He's never shot Tesla and actually had less hits than he started with.
I had equal sometimes.
So true.
I had equal because some failed.
Equal is still better than less. It was like, oh, look, I rolled 10 shots. 10 hits.
You know, I had my Spartan who was hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, rerolling everything with the Chapter Master, and I still missed more than I still missed occasionally. So I wish I had your rolling abilities and some Tesla. I think that'd do more damage.
You know, I'm telling you guys, you've been rolling wrong. I'm gonna do a class at the shop. I'm gonna do a dice rolling class.
And are you going to teach people like your secret, where you put them on a cookie tray and you put them in the oven for a little while and you pull them out and they're ready to go?
Well, it's the microwave.
Hey,
you microwave them?
Yeah, you got a microwave.
hey, Jonathan, you just got to get the right dice.
Say what?
You just got to get the right dice.
That's true because Ben or TJ's red dice are rolling hot. Those white dice has always been 50-50 for me, and that could be
50-50.
And those black dice that I got, they're fire.
I got special black dice, blessed.
Oh yeah, you did get them blessed. I did request the blessing from Lawrence from Tabletop.
And they roll real good.
You blessed.
John stopped rolling them. John rolled them a couple times. He goes, "These suck." He's like, "Well, you just keep on rolling." He's like, "Well, stop rolling." John didn't like those dice.
My orange dice roll really well for my salamanders. I've only had a couple games where I was like, "What are you doing?" I really like those dice a lot. I'm gonna have to get some FNP dice just for my Tau.
That's true.
We might have to do another order soon.
Colonel 26 asked, "I was wondering what would be a good second army. What is your first army right now, sir, or ma'am?"
Well, we know who Colonel is.
Who?
Isn't that?
Maybe he doesn't want people to know.
That is true. But we met him at LVO.
Did we?
Oh no, that's Colonel Drukhari.
Yeah, that's just someone different. So we'll wait for Colonel.
Is there another Colonel?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
We got Space Wolves? Buy more Space Wolves and wait for the Codex.
No, let's see here.
So
So
combat.
if you like the play style of Space Wolves, do you want close combat or do you want something that's completely different from what you're normally using?
Do you have anything that you're leaning towards? That's
Yeah. Is there a model range you really like right now?
Or what kind of army do you want to play really bad?
Or I got it. I know what he could do. He could just, or she could add custodies to their army, and then you got a brand new army.
You know, I picked my army by visual. I didn't pick what was good because, to be fair, that always changes.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Horse crap. Go on. Continue. I just had
He
to
actually
say,
started playing Chaos in 5th edition.
TJ, don't give him any credit. He doesn't deserve it.
Well, I guess
You know what
TJ.
happened to you? You picked an army you thought was cool, and then were like, I don't want to play anymore because I'm not winning.
Well, the reason I didn't want to do White Scars. I wanted to do Salamanders really bad because John's Salamanders were incredible. And I decided, well, I couldn't do Salamanders if he's already got Salamanders. We need something a little different. I should do something different, so I'm not, blatantly copying him. And then he gave me the Salamanders. So,
How convenient.
huh?
How convenient.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that nice? That's my excuse for sticking to it.
Oh, it is. Quite the excuse. But anyway, yeah, I picked my army because I got the advice, what are you going to want in your face for hours? And my first army was Chaos Space Marines. I was told they're in the middle ground. They're not so good. They used to be good before, but not so much. And I didn't really care. I'm just going with them. And then my second army were Grey Knights. I picked Grey Knights actually also because of visual. Now, I do know Grey Knights were stomping a lot of face back in 5th edition. But the Grey Knights, it's just the whole knight helmet thing is what would give me a big enjoyment.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I really like those. Guinness and make Dark Eldar great again.
I like that.
That's pretty
I
good.
want to see them improve it.
Of Dark Eldar and Emperor's Children. It'll be like Fabius Bile and Lucius go to Kamorga and have an excellent adventure.
That'd be funny.
That'd be interesting.
And Jonathan, what sucks with your Drukhari is that you already have a lot of witches.
Yeah.
The new models for Age of Sigmar would be beautiful witches.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have an entire witch cult army.
I know.
So I was actually building lists just for a witch cult army, which I know is not going to do good at all. Like they're like, you get an invul in close combat. All right, yay! And then they're like,
That'll be useful occasionally, at best.
And then I think we have to do like a roll off. If I get a 4-up or something, or if I get higher than you, when you try to escape out of close combat, I keep you in close combat. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, I hold you in the close combat, but
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I'm just excited that they're dropping these 3 codex. I hope the Tau codex is good. And then for Jonathan's sakes, I hope the Drukhari codex is even better.
God, dude. Me too.
Honestly, the Drukhari models are so freaking cool, and your army looks so freaking good that I really just want to see more Drukhari on the table. I don't care if they stop me all the time. I just want to see you play them because I've been asking for you to play them for freaking months, and you won't do it. So I really hope that they're good too. I hope that Jonathan has a reason to go whack again. Play again, and Noise Marines are really powerful, and that's all he played. So hopefully that's what it'll have to take to get him to play Drukhari again.
He's so dumb. He's trying. He's trying to get a rise.
Colonel said that he wants they want another Space Marine army for their second army. I would say if you want to do another Space Marine army, do your own chapter. Come up with your own color scheme so you can use multiple rule sets for them so you're not just stuck to one codex.
Yeah.
One chapter.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
I mean, I think doing your own, like, it's kind of like doing Black Legion for Chaos, is you can select from everything and it's still cool, So it's one of those things where you can kind of pan up anyway and say, oh, they're Black Legion, and just have your own one, So I would say, to be honest with you, that's what I would probably do with it. Or you could add some, or if you just want to add some random units, you can just do some Imperial units and throw them in your Space Wolves,
Well, Space Wolves aren't going to have like any Primaris stuff. So I mean, if you want a different feel with a similar playstyle,
not Primaris.
Yeah, well, maybe not a similar playstyle. I didn't quite mean that. But still being, Imperial Space Marines.
Yeah, Space Wolves got enforced by Primaris as well.
Yeah. Did they? Oh, did they get Primaris?
Yep.
Oh, they did. I was thinking Dark Angels. Or what are they? Blood Angels?
Every single chapter got Primaris, except for Grey Knights.
Hmm.
But granted, really a chapter, technically.
But aren't Grey Knights supposed to be like the greatest, baddest of the guys like out there? Like,
It's
isn't it?
supposed to be the greatest Space Marine chapter of all time.
Yeah. Well, they're just under custodes.
Custodes are not Space Marines.
Yeah, they're from the Emperor's Gene Seed.
Yeah, they're like way better than Space Marines.
Yeah.
I thought they were like super awesome Space Marines that like proved themselves for so long. They're like, now you can be a custom.
Nope.
No?
They're totally created different.
Hmm.
They're immortal, dude. They don't age.
Well,
Well,
I thought dogs came from eggs, and I learned something.
Ginya says, yeah, sure. Strength 3 on witches is so OP. Yeah, that's the other thing, man. T3 and Strength 3, great. It is bad. With no rerolls, mind you. Oh, I'm sorry. You can bring a succubus and reroll ones in close combat on wounds, I think it is.
Well, I mean, if Tau had that, they'd be much better, Jonathan. You know, Tau needs that. They need to be able to roll ones.
You know, because you only get one commander now, and that's so unfair because reasons. Look, this is the Tau Codex. You can tell what it is because it is.
Way to fail at that quote, but I appreciate you were trying to do.
I was trying.
You tried, which is more than you usually do. So, A+ for effort.
Man, a lot of self-reflection from Ben. Let's see. Nope, they're not Space Marines. They're just T5 out of the box. I played Dark Elves. T3. Strength 3 is OP if used correctly. Yeah, maybe in masses. It's just kind of hard now with everything that you're trying to wound. And so you're hitting on 3s usually.
You would do very well versus another Eldar army.
Yeah. Even
I don't understand why T3 and Strength 3 is OP. How would you use it correctly?
magic in masses. I would assume masses. You know what? Because you call them laserbacks, we have 2 dislikes. People like you, laserbacks.
Someone hated it so much that they got on their alt account and they disliked us again. That's how angry that person was.
So, Psych 101 is asking about what do we think about just with Necrons. So, with Necrons, I really think that the biggest problem is I thought with doing Math Hammer that the reanimation protocols, doing it after the fact, was great. However, I was terribly wrong, and not taking them as you take them, like you did before when you took them as like a feel no pain save, but it wasn't a feel no pain save, so you always got that save. It was way better than doing the risk of, okay, well, now I got to wait till the end of the turn, hope that unit survive, because that unit could be like, oh well, three guys are left, and before you used to be able to save the other 7 guys, and sweet, I saved 4. Oh, I can do some rerolls and I save 2 more, so you get a big full squad again. They're going to be reluctant to shoot it. However, when you're down to 3 guys, now they're like, oh well, crap, I need to kill those last 3 guys, so you don't get any reanimation. So it's kind of been a huge hindrance on that army. So that's my biggest take on it.
Here's the thing with Necrons. What sucked last edition?
What do you mean?
What unit no one ever played? What unit sucked?
You mean like the bikes? Bikes suck, and they made you pay a tax to take it with the formation.
There you go. Bikes are going to be good.
The Tomb Blades?
Yep.
I don't foresee them being amazing or anything, but I think the monolith.
Give them an extra wound.
Yeah, but they're a first blood kill if you don't hide them every time.
I don't want to hear it with my drones.
I mean, with your drones.
Tau drones, easiest first blood you can get in the entire game.
Don't most people bring like 20 of them?
Yeah, but they're each going to be a separate unit. Every single drone, like so, if you drop a fire warrior squad and you have the guardian drone, which gives them a 5-up save, you can just target the guardian drone with whatever you want. It's a separate unit. It's not a character. It can be targeted like that. First blood every single time. If you don't get first blood against a tile player, you missed your opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're talking about Necrons. Anyway, so
Yeah, I'm saying I don't want to hear you whine.
I think maybe for Necrons you'll probably see. Well, I think what you'll see is the meta change a little bit. Instead of you'll have some ghost arcs and stuff, but you won't be putting people in them. You'll just take them as transports because you'll see more than 20 blobs.
that's the other thing. That open top thing taken away is just rough.
Yeah, it's just. But your shooting ability now with the ghost arc is still the same, and the helps on reanimation protocols. You get 2 rolls.
Yeah, that's cool, but that's what I'm saying. It still suffers from a major weakness of great. I get 2 rolls if I have a unit.
But you didn't really play the Necrons when you had them, though. You kind of gave up on them because they got destroyed by Deathwing Knights and Deathwing.
You not think I was trying? I was trying my dangest, and I was sitting there trying to wreck you, and it was not working. You ran me over. Oh, you're like, oh, this 20-point upgrade. Let me destroy your like ridiculous Nightbringer who just crumbled under the smallest amount of pressure. Oh, not to mention he now explodes on like a freaking 4-up, and everything in 6 inches takes was a D6 or D3. It was something ridiculous, and I was like, oh, that just happened. Oh, that's right, because I get a 4-up invul save. Great, that's good.
I never said the Nightbringer was good, but no, I mean, there's some people that did pretty fairly well with Necrons at LVO.
But that's the thing. You just said the Nightbringer is not that well. Dude, he is the Nightbringer. He is a shard of one of the Star Gods.
Nah, Star Gods, Smart Guards, they weren't that great.
Oh my god. Are you serious? Dude, I know you're trolling me, but Jesus, come on.
Star Gods, were they that good?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I watched the Emperor, text to speech, and they didn't talk too highly about the Star Guards. They said they were kind of weak,
Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, they get wrecked by a couple missile launchers. I mean, it's unfortunate. They suffer from a lot of things where people have probably complained before in the past. They're like, let's not make them too good because they get a lot of shots. Okay, that's great. But they used to be the survivability. They used to be the tanks. I could put a 20-man squad of warriors, and that thing would just resist and keep coming back.
I don't know, man. I think with Necrons, you're probably seeing more of a balance. Maybe Triax Stalkers are going to be better this edition,
But now you're just talking about one unit.
Yeah, maybe the Butts is going to be better for like Warriors or Immortals.
Those were the big things. Where Warriors and Immortals were the bread and the butter of it.
Ooh, hey, what are those jump pack guys? The Praetorians with jump packs? What were those things called? Were the Praetorians?
Yeah, it was
The
Praetorians.
jump pack. Maybe they'll be really good.
Praetorians were so if you played them right, but I mean, like even
maybe
Lich-Guard
that unit will become better.
Lich-Guard suffer from
Monolith will bring some oomph back to the Necrons.
Did you say boom back?
Some oomph. Oomfies.
What is happening?
26S, which is better, Tower Necrons?
Tau? Just kidding.
If we're talking about front-wise, Necrons for sure.
It depends on what you want to play, though. I mean, if you roll a lot of 6s, Necrons, like Jonathan.
Well,
if not,
I mean, to be honest with you, so Necrons are just a different way to play than Tau. Necrons are harder. I mean, they're sturdier. They're not going to die as quickly, and if you get in close combat, they're still going to live, right?
Yeah, and then they're going to reanimate, which they can do in close combat.
Tau are going to stand back and shoot you right now, and that's about it. That's what Tau do. They stand back and shoot. So it depends. It's like 2 different play styles.
Now, there are plenty of ways that you can play Tau where there are a lot of Tau units that are very mobile, and they're meant to dash around the board and still fire. You know, a lot of the crisis suits have got an 8-inch movement. They fly, they can get into combat, they can still fall back. A lot of weapons are like assault 4, so you can still, you know, advance and fire. And if you play it well, you can have a very mobile Tau army, and you can still do well. But Tau does best as a gunline. As it stands right now, Tau does best as a gunline.
Leon said Necrons. At least you can claim you have a spine.
Ouch. And a nose. Well, no, I guess neither has a nose, do they?
So that's the other thing. So you brought up a good point. The old command barge used to be able to fly over things, and your commander used to take a couple whacks at whatever he flew over. Like the overlord used to just take that scythe and just right over those guys he moved over. It was good. It was good stuff.
Happen again. I mean, there's already a unit that sort of does that. Isn't there one of the Eldar bombers or Dark Elf bombers does that?
Yeah, the Void Bomb does it. Yeah. Yeah, they do that. So hopefully they may bring something like that back, because that was some of the extra. They got some little extra things like that helped out a lot, as well as the Tesla that was, you know, pretty major on a 6. You get 2 more. I know Skitari has something quite similar to it. They have their version of Tesla, actually. It's a little bit better, I think. And
What's your biggest complaint about Necrons?
Huh?
What's your biggest complaint about Necrons?
That he sold
them? No. Well, yeah.
Partially true.
Yeah. I wish I had something for that guy, at least. Anyway, but the monolith, for sure. The monolith was, I think, it should have been way cooler than what it was. That and the reanimation protocols, obviously.
And third, the monolith was like the coolest unit.
Dude, it was supposed
to. It was like fluff wise, it was dominant on the table.
Dude, like when it came out, like I don't remember, was it like Dawn of War when it came over and like everything started disintegrating, and they like looked and like all the monoliths were coming and the lasers were shooting out of the giant diamond and disintegrating whatever it hit. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the warp gate, like when you got near it, it just didn't care what you were and it went and sucked you in it. It was dead.
The monolith used to be just impressive.
Yeah. Wow.
What I can see happening, and I guess it might be like a wish list for Necrons, let the monolith count as a member of a unit for reanimation purposes. So if the monolith was within, say, 5 inches of a unit, the unit got totally wiped out, the monolith would still count as a member of the unit for them to be able to get up. So now you take that sting away from the entire unit being wiped out.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting indeed. You know, I was thinking about a really cool stratagem that might fix some of the Alpha Strike issues. I was trying to think about what would stop Morty from going down turn 1. Since, you know, he's such a huge target. Same with Magnus. And I was thinking maybe a stratagem to just, what's that?
You take 2 of them?
What?
Take
Magnus?
2.
Morty? What about what?
Take 2 Mortys.
Oh yeah, that's ideal.
I'll take 5.
Or the ghost image. Ghostin'.
Well, I was thinking if you had a stratagem maybe that you could give one unit like -2 to hit for the first turn, maybe you could nerf that Alpha Strike a little bit, something like that, something just to deter away from it. I mean, you could still commit to it. You could still wipe out that unit, that big bad, if you had to, but you need to pay for it a little bit. But I don't know. I'm interested to see what kind of new stratagems are going to come out. Every time a new codex comes, we get these new stratagems, and they're really neat. Like maybe like Tesla hits on a 4-up instead for 1 unit, or Tesla procs extra hits on a 4-up.
You know what stratagem I honest to God want? I have a stratagem that lets me reroll dice, right?
Wait,
I want a stratagem that makes me make you reroll a dice.
Yeah, but that's too much.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious, but
you still get reroll, but you're like, hey, that 6 you just got me on damage. Reroll.
Well, why not go, hey, everybody pretty much has a strategy where you automatically pass the morale check. How about one where you can force your opponent to fail a morale check?
But how bad do they fail?
No, they just, you know.
They fail a morale check.
Well, I mean, so a total loss?
Yeah, let's say by 1. So if you did 5 wounds, that'd be 6 models gone.
That would be the most powerful stratagem that existed. Like, most stratagems provide a solid buff, but nothing like wipes out like 6 models, 5 models. There's no stratagem like you just delete a unit. They're just gone. You just pick one, they're gone. Like
Well,
maybe if you roll a 6, like on a 6-up, you get to, they fail their morale check. Like that would be reasonable. But to say that like, you just automatically fail, like that's way too much.
That you can automatically pass one though. And I'll give you an example. I won a game because I kept 2 command points on the side. I had 1 blood letter left on the objective. And when the guy's like, okay, great, there's no way you can pass this morale check. You're a minus 90 your leadership. That guy's gone. I just reach across the table and go, oh, I'll spend my last 2 command points. I don't break, and I win.
Great.
Yeah.
It's a great use of your command points. And honestly, that sucks. He should have committed harder.
Oh, he fired his entire army just about.
I bet he did. If you were minus 9 to your leadership, I'll bet he did. But to say that someone automatically fails a morale check, I don't know. So like what? So you fail your morale check, but you have they shall know no fear, so now you get to roll again? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't see a way to make that, like maybe make someone take -2 to their morale check, whatever they're taking, they take an additional -2. Like, that's maybe a little more balanced.
Chaos can already do that just building the army outright.
Well, yeah. I mean, Night Lords. But I don't know.
It's interesting.
Well, guys, it's getting that time again. And
it is that time. It's getting pretty late.
It's getting late, and we're always running out of we know when we're running out of steam. Because we got our bursts, and then we have the awkward silence, and then that's about it.
The awkward silence is usually the time where we need to just...
Yep. So again, thank you for everyone who tuned in. The chat was amazing. It blew up at multiple points. Yeah. It was just going. And appreciate everyone who participated. And again, don't forget to check us out on YouTube and subscribe. That really helps us, as well as our Patreon for FNP Wargamers. We have our Patreon account. We have a lot of great supporters there. And, we appreciate everyone who helps out and stuff. So we are looking forward to being able to rejoin back with the community. And when we get, we're going to start filming a new studio, and we'll be able to play players again to get them back on the channel. So you're not just
you're going to take challengers.
Yeah, we're re-challenging again. So that's going to be great.
Yep. So if you're in the Houston area, Cypress area, come check us out. Come play a game with us. We'd love to lose to your amazing armies.
Yep. All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate everybody who participated. Thank you.
Yep. Night, guys.
Cheers.